for right now.
You start, I'll go after this.
And then you'll come in and turn up the meeting?
Yes, I will.
Okay. Because it starts...
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to beautiful downtown Beatman Town. Wild Bill Chase, Calvin Costine. We're broadcasting for
NFHS.
NFHS. We got a Class C Section 7 championship game between the Sable Valley Patriots, the number 1 seed, and Northern Adirondack Bobcats, the number 2 seed, I believe.
Yes, Bill, and we want to let our viewers know that if we lose our picture when we turn to our left, don't leave, because we'll get it back immediately. But we're having some technical difficulties here. We're going to work our way through them. We got 2 games to do, so hopefully we can...
So we're hoping all the action's right.
Yeah, everything has to happen to our right, otherwise we're in big trouble.
Okay, it's Sable Valley against Northern Adirondack. The officials out there are Mr. Norton, Mr. Kowalski, and Mr. Reagan. We got Wild Bill Chase, Calvin Castine, and
McKenna Hunter doing our computer stuff.
Is doing the computer, taking care of commercials. 80 minutes of soccer of regulation. If they're tied, we go into overtime. The officials leading them out onto the field. We'll have the announcement of the starting lineups and the playing of the national anthem.
The singing. We're going to have a singer doing it here.
Singing of the national anthem again?
Yes, sir.
Well, it's not the same girl as last time.
No, a brand new girl.
Brand new girl.
Elastic event is a privilege, and with privilege comes responsibility. Responsibility to conduct oneself in a manner where the game is enjoyable for other fans and participants.
Now they're going through the warnings to the spectators, and they'll be introducing the lineup in a moment. So I'll let you tag along with the intros, Bill.
Okay, I'll tag along.
Here are the starting lineups for each team. First, for the Northern Adirondack Bobcats.
Northern Adirondack Bobcats. Starting lineup. Alexis Pitts is number 2.
Number 5.
Number 5 is Maddie Seguin. Number 6, Alexis Belrose. Number 7, Myra Mitchell.
Mitchell. Number 8.
Annika Knight is number 8. Annika. Her brother's Nolan.
Madison Purrier.
Madison Purrier, number 11.
Number 13. Bryn Gilmore.
Bryn Gilmore, number 13.
Number 14.
Emily Brooks is number 14.
Number 19. Kira Labarge.
Kira Labarge, number 19.
Number 22.
Emily Van Valkenburg is number 22. Head coach is Leslie Labarge. Oh, they forgot the keeper, Aiden Lambert. And the assistant coach is Jason Seguin. So there's the Bobcats starting lineup, head coaches. Now, starting lineup for Sable Valley Girls Varsity Soccer.
Number 1. Rihanna Prentice.
Rihanna Prentice is number 1. She's a junior.
Number 3. Lily Kaiser.
Number 3 is Lily Kaiser. She's a freshman.
Number 4. Kate Knapp.
Number 4 is Kate Knapp. She's a freshman.
7. Sophie Rennie.
Sophie Rennie is number 7. She's a junior.
Haley Tender.
Haley Tender is number 8. She's a junior.
Number 9. Jillian Baziah.
Jillian Baziah is number 9, just a sophomore.
Number 10. Jenna Stanley.
Jenna Stanley, number 10, is a sophomore.
11.
Emily Remillard is number 11, senior. Brooklyn Douglas, number 14, freshman.
Number 20.
Addie Stanley is number 20. She's an 8th grader.
Corey Stillwell.
Corey Stillwell is 00. She's a junior. She's the keeper. The coaches are Lindsay Douglas, Heather Bazzio, and Michael Douglas. Well, those Douglases are different than Brooklyn Douglas. She's got 2 S's on the end of her name. The coaches only have 1.
We now invite you to please rise.
We told you the officials are Reagan, Kowalski, and Norton.
Town Zone, Lily Benton.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad
A wonderful job done by that young lady. Okay, one more. And we've got Mr. Soccer of the North Country himself sitting down beneath our position, Mr. George Brenler. I want to shout out to Mr. Brenler. He's made soccer in the North Country what it is today.
He certainly has helped.
No dogs. We can't have a dog.
Should I ask this lady to bring her dog back to her car, or what?
Well, we're back, Bill.
We're back. Okay,
Big dog is.
we got a dog situation. Trying to come to the game and cheer for the Patriots, I think. The Ausable Valley Patriots hosting here at the Nest, the home of the Eagles at Beavertown High School, in this brand new soccer, football, track facility that was just installed this year and put to use throughout the fall season. Championship soccer being held here on this beautiful fall day, October, what's the date? 29th? 30th.
The eve of Halloween.
Oh, it's Halloween. It's cabbage night, too. Yes. The eve of Halloween. Tomorrow's 31st. Happy Halloween to all our kids out there. Aspiring soccer players. Okay, it looks like NAC is going to get the kickoff here, and Pitts kicks it off. And Myra Mitchell sends it down the right side. We got to remember the black lines are out of bounds here when it gets into the red here in front of the goal or the benches here. We got Beatman written across both end zones, and then you got the goal at the edge of the far edge of the end zone.
Yeah, all the white lines are all football lines.
Beatman Sable Valley Patriots, they're in the red, white, and blue uniforms, home uniforms. Bobcats in their away uniforms of white and green numbers. We got some contact there. Out on the field, we got a direct kick called for the Bobcats. Looks like number 11, Emily Remillard, ran into one of the NAC defenders. This is a very young team that the Patriots are putting out here on the field. It looks like they only got one senior in the starting lineup. The keeper is a junior. They've got an 8th grader, about three or four freshmen, quite a few sophomores. A very young team, and I guess a team to be reckoned with for a few years to come yet. And they're in a championship game here this afternoon, October 30th at Beavertown against the Northern Adirondack Lady Bobcats. Class C title on the line. Kaiser with the ball, puts it into the middle of the field. Annika Knight on that Sable Valley player. Shot towards the goal, Aiden Lambert. Able to pick that up with no problems. Goalkeeping's going to be big for both teams here. Not a lot of, it's a great warm day. There's no wind really. The flags are pretty much just drooping down the pole. Rain predicted for Halloween, and Friday's weather's supposed to be real wonderful. 60 to 75 mile an hour winds coming in. A lot of wind Sunday up in the Lime Mountain area. And down to Dannemora, a lot of damage. Trees falling down. I got a line down on a fiber line. And one of our water districts, we had a line down on the power going into our sewer district. So hopefully the wind is in a different direction this time. That's cleared by Annika Knight off the foot of number 20. Addie Stanley. Well, you know, I can't take out my glasses as quick with these headsets, you know. I don't have bifocals.
You got to invest in bifocals, Bill.
Gotta tilt my head up and down all night here.
Only $10 more.
Okay, that's Perrier, Madison Perrier. She scored the lone goal the Bobcats had against Mariah to advance to this championship game. It was a 1-0 victory over the Mariah Vikings. Sable Valley prevailed over, you remember, Calvin?
I'm thinking it was Saranac Lake, but I don't know for certain, Bill.
I'm not sure either. I can't remember.
Now, the Bobcats a couple of years ago were a D. They've been a C most of the time in the last couple of decades, but they were a D briefly, Class D school. And Sable Valley is probably a larger C because within the last couple of decades they have been a B for a brief period of time, but most of the time they've been a Class C school.
They're Division I though, right? Sable?
I believe so. I don't think they play each other during the
thing in
season.
girls.
Yeah, there's three. Northern Soccer League has three divisions, just like the Northern Soccer League for the boys.
Yeah, and I don't believe these two teams met during the regular season. If they did, it might have been just one game. Okay, Perrier with the ball, far side of the field. Her cross it to the middle, and the keeper Stillwell handles that with ease. It skips up into her arms. Artificial turf here, probably the most modern artificial turf you could get. And Valkenburg gets ahead on it. That's Bryn Gilmore. Keeps it in bounds down the left side, but that's intercepted by the Patriots defender. Pass to the middle of the field. Not sure of the number who's got it. Looks like number 20 is Stanley. Throw in for the Bobcats. Annika Knight will take it. The official in the middle is Mr. Jerry Kowalski. The flagmen are Jeff Norton, and we've got Steve Reagan on the near side as the other flagman. Shot towards the goal. Lambert knocks it down and corrals it.
All right, we're off briefly again. Unfortunately, the shots to the left are a problem.
Got a bad connection, some technical difficulties here. Just bear with us as we broadcast this game on NFHS, right?
That's right.
Okay, I wrote that down in big letters so I don't forget.
And I got something in front of the lens.
5 o'clock start here. Following this game is going to be the boys' championship game on NFHS also. That'll be Lake Placid Blue Bombers against the Saranac Lake Red Storm. Free kick for... That's Knapp, Kate Knapp. She's one of the freshmen on the team. She's going to take this free kick about midfield. Skirts by a couple of Bobcats. It's off the chest of Belrose, down on the ground. The keeper, Lambert, able to handle that with ease. Rowdy crowd here. Both teams brought along a lot of supporters. The bleachers below us are pretty well packed with spectators here. See if this... Ausable or the ball. Oh, loose ball. Breakaway chance. Shot. Is it going in? It's off the post. The keeper, Lambert, got it just on it to redirect it wide of the net. Who was it? Stanley with the shot, number 10, I believe. So we got a corner kick, the first corner kick of this afternoon. We played about 6.5 minutes into this contest. The other Addie Stanley taking the corner kick. A good one. Goes over the net. I don't know if it went out of bounds there, but it went past the net and then skipped out of bounds as the Patriot player on the near side couldn't redirect it into the net. It'll be a goal kick for the Bobcats. Mitchell will set up the ball and take the goal kick.
The NFHS, of course, Bill will be covering the Class Bs and the Class Ds also. And on Friday, the games are at 4:30 and 8 o'clock.
Why the time difference?
Well, they're originally scheduled for George Renler Field in Chazy, the Class Bs. But with all the rain we've had and we're going to have tomorrow, they have moved them to the Plattsburgh State Fieldhouse. And the Fieldhouse has hockey going on, so they're trying to... adjust the crowds for the parking problems.
Parking for the expected crowds.
So there's a big gap between the girls' game and the boys' game.
That ball's pushed to the outside to number 9, Bazile. Brooks can't stop the forward progress.
And on
Bryn Gilmore sends it over to the right side, and we got Seguin racing down there with number 11 from that's Remillard, Emily Remillard. They get it up to 9. Bazile knocked out of bounds. NAC throw. Looks like Brooks is going to take the throw. She's got Maddie Seguin there. It's over the top of her head. Pitts there to try and apply some pressure to the defender. That'd be number 8, Haley Tender. So we got a corner kick coming for the Bobcats, it looks like. Alexis Belrose is going to move up. We got Mitchell, Van Valkenburg, and Kira Labarge back on near midfield. They're anchor the defense for the Bobcats. Annika Annika Knight. She's about 30 yards out. She's going to try and keep that ball in for the catch. She gets it to Belrose. Belrose is going to go back to Knight. Knight pass into the middle of the field. It's picked off by number 7, Rennie. The Cats, Van Valkenburg. She finds the open Bryn Gilmore. Goes back to Van Valkenburg. Left foot gets good pass up to the corner. To Perrier. Perrier's left foot in the middle of the field, and Stillwell is there for the Patriots to corral that before the Bobcat offensive player, I think it was Pitts, could get there. Stillwell's punt. We'll be playing under the lights here. It's a 5 o'clock start, but we got short days coming. And this weekend, don't forget to turn your clocks back. And wake up at 5 o'clock. It's going to be 4 o'clock, Calvin. Remember, it's your turn to cook breakfast this Sunday.
Hope you like Cheerios.
Every time we go to Calvin's for breakfast, it's Cheerios. We got a free kick called against the Patriots.
I'm turning the lights on from dusk to unlock.
We're in the friendly confines of the tower, I guess they call it here at the Nest at Beamantown High School field. The soccer field is called the pitch, so the pitch is being played within the Nest. It's number 4, Nap with the ball. She moves it to her right. Stanley down in the corner to Rennie. Rennie near the end line. Steps around Knight. Pass into number 3, but picked off by the defender, I believe, Belrose. And the pass was intended for Kaiser. There's a shot. Not quite sure. I think that was Stanley again, number 20, picking off that shot, and Lambert handled that with ease. Lambert punt, just 5 yards short of midfield. Kaiser. Now the ball being picked up by Knapp. Shot towards the goal. The Hats catches Lambert out of position. And off the foot, I believe, of number 9, Mazzio. Lambert went forward when that ball was actually up over her head and behind her. And it's a 1-0 score with 28:46 on the clock left here in the first half.
I don't think it's so much of being out of position, just that that shot was so high, and aren't too many girls that could have stopped that one. That was a high shot. She was backing up.
Well, she went forward first, Kelly.
Yeah, I know, but she touched the ball in front of there, and I think she was as high as she could get. So it was a really high shot. Came in high at underneath the bar.
Well,
and like everything else, most sports are games of inches, Bill.
Yeah, it's a break for the Patriots.
Well, it's a good shot. It's a good shot, so it was a worthy goal.
3 shots on nets now for the Bobcats. The Patriots. No shots yet recorded by NAC. Mitchell sends that ball deep into Patriot territory after the kickoff. We have a 1-0 score. Stillwell picks that up inside the penalty area with no problems. Her punt down over on the right side. Stanley makes a move. Her pass into the middle. Number 10 who had a great chance, but it was off the post. That's another Stanley. Jenna Stanley and Addie Stanley. Van Valkenburg sends the ball up near Madison Perrier. Perrier using her body to shield off the defender. She's going to try and scoop that by number 1, Prentice, but she gets there before Seguin can and clears it out of harm's way. Bryn Gilmore, that's kicked out of bounds by Sable on the far side of the field. 12 minutes, a little bit more than 12 minutes have played here in the first half, and the Patriots enjoy a 1-0 lead here on NFHS Soccer. With Calvin Castine on the camera, while Bill Chase doing the play-by-play, and what's our partner's name again? I forgot.
McKenna Hunter.
McKenna Hunter. I'm just going to call him Hunter. McKenna's easier. That's kind of hard to say.
Is it? Call him Mac then.
Okay, Mac. Mac Hunter. Hey, there used to be a TV show, wasn't it? Was it Hunter? He was a cop show, remember that? Big guy. You remember the Hunter?
No.
The cop show? Oh, through the legs. The 5-hole. Oh, you Boston Brewers fans on NFHS, they won last night, 5-1.
Well, this broadcast goes nationwide, so.
This goes nationwide, okay. People in Boston, they'll be happy with Wild Bill Chase. Quite an interesting World Series we got going, though, hey? Nobody can win a game on their home field.
Not yet.
Not yet.
We'll find out tonight.
Remillard sends that out of bounds. NAC will get a throw in just to the right of the Patriots bench. Jerry LaBarge comes from her fullback position to come up and take the throw. Melrose spins off her defender. Seguin trying to flip that with her head over another defender, but call goes against NAC. What do you call headbutting? I don't know what she did there. Okay, I dressed too warm again when I'm sitting in here, this press box.
Nice and toasty in here.
Yeah, I know. I'm starting to sweat. I'm going to have to take my shirt off. Good thing it won't be on camera. Stanley making a run down the left side.
Okay.
Kira LaBarge trying to cut her off at the pass. She fell down. Stanley still with the ball. Shot towards the net. Open. There had been offsides. Yes, the flagman had his flag up, and then offsides is called.
Okay, when they come in, I have to know which one it is, and I'll tell them which side to go on.
I believe the referees are mic'd up. They're each wearing a microphone so they can communicate with each other besides with the flags. So it's a lot handier for the flag guys to communicate what they see.
Bringing technology to officiating in high school soccer in northern New York. That's very interesting. Wonder if they can hear the broadcast.
They have to tune in.
NFHS. Okay, Jerry. Let me try telling you what to do. Steve Reagan, don't fall asleep out there. There's a shot towards the goal. Lambert. She looked a little bit unsure of herself at first, but she put the... As they hear on sports radio all the time. I think it's in Montreal. They call them the Ronald McDonald mittens that goalkeepers wear in soccer. Number 8, that's Tender with the ball. Now Belrose goes back to Brooks. Brooks gets cut off by Stanley. Here's the goal scorer, number 9, Bazile. Bazile trying to release Stanley on the left side, but unable to do so. That ball's going to run out of bounds, and Mitchell will pick it up. It'll be set up by the keeper. Tough to see the lines, though, for you got the penalty area and then the goal area.
Yeah,
where goal kicks are taken, which is a 6-yard line out.
It's a black line. You can see it on the field, but it's tough to see from the stands up here.
You can see the edge where it's going towards the end line, off the, looks like the K. Sable on the attack. They move it from the right to the left, a shot towards the keeper. Lambert picks that up with ease. 6 shots now for Sable on net. Bobcats have yet to register a shot on goal. Bazile puts it into the middle of the field. Belrose trying to get it under control. That high pass back towards Bazile's direction. It's knocked out of bounds by Belrose or Brooks. Throw in. Bazile will take it. She looks for Stanley on the left side, who has the inside position on LaBarge. LaBarge, though, recovers, knocks it out of bounds, and we've got a corner kick coming up for Sable Valley. The Lady Patriots, the Lady Bobcats, tangling on NFHS soccer here on this beautiful Wednesday, October 30th, Halloween Eve. No games tomorrow night for you?
No,
Got Halloween off? Usually you got to work on Halloween.
well, it used to be that way, and I would,
You were-
one of the voices that complained.
Oh, yeah, okay. You know,
remember having a 6-year-old.
you're a man of soon-to-be big position.
Well, no, but they got tired of hearing me complain about it.
Yeah, well, who'd you complain to? Rob McAuliffe? He finally listened to you?
No, this was long ago. This
Well-
was before Rob got involved.
Oh, okay.
But they'd have it on Halloween, and people would have to decide whether they could go out with their young kids or come here and watch a soccer game, and it's just not fair to the parents.
Well, you can have practice on Sunday morning. You can have soccer on Halloween.
It affects more than the kids on the field. It affects the home life.
Yeah, especially them 13, 14-year-olds that are going trick-or-treating still.
Well, no, I'm talking about the 6-year-olds, and a parent has a kid out here, and they got a 6-year-old at home.
Bobcats and
Well, they should have their kids closer together.
Good answer, Bill.
That wasn't us, I don't know.
Fans still coming in. NAC, this is Belrose in the middle of the field, getting that ball from Knight. They're looking for Seguin, but number 17's there. That's Bruno's in the contest now. Lydia Bruno, number 17, in for the Patriots. I didn't see when the subs came in. Got under 21 minutes left here in the first half. The score is 1-0. The Lady Patriots with the lead here in the early going of this Class C Section 7 2019 championship game. The winner will advance into the New York State playoffs. With the date and site already determined, but I don't know where they are or what the date is.
There's one, I can't remember if it's the girls or boys. C's will be here in Section 7. The D's will be here in Section 7, the finals, regional finals.
Regional finals, okay.
And one of the, either the girls or boys, Class C will also be in Section 7.
Prentice goes out to Bazile. She goes back to Prentice. Prentice gets it under control. We're losing. We got the
Don't be afraid to shout it out, Mac.
We lost it for a second. 17 for Patriots. Prentice can't stop that. That's Maddie Seguin. Got a handball called. I think the middle referee needed a little help from the flagman there on that one. Seguin bounced. No, that's not Maddie Seguin. That's number 4, the other Seguin. Ashlyn. Taking his kick is Knapp. That skips by Bazile. That forces Lambert to come out to her right and pick up that ball. We got a low line drive punt, bounces over the head of Stanley. We're at midfield now. Madison Perrier. She had it for a second, got it back, dishes it up to, not quite sure who's in the contest over there for the Bobcats. We got what's the number there, 8? That's Annika Knight over there? No, that's not 8. That's not her. That's number 16, I believe. 16 in for the Bobcats is McKenna Labarge. Yes, one of the key people that come off the bench for the Bobcats is McKenna Labarge in the contest now, playing over on the left side with Madison Perrier. Belrose hustles back. She finds Van Valkenburg on a pass back. She can't get it past Stanley. Stanley hustling down the sideline, keeps it in bounds. The ball remains in bounds. Annika Knight has to knock it out of bounds. We got to throw in deep into Bobcat territory for the Ausable Valley Patriots. The throw in. Give it to Knapp. Knapp finds number 10, Stanley. She can't break through the Bobcat defense, although deep in or inside the penalty area. We got another throw in as Ausable Valley maintains control here. Bobcats have had a few minutes of play down in the Patriots' end of the field, but primarily the Patriots have controlled this game offensively and defensively.
Game tonight.
Mazzio Her pass inside to Knapp. Knapp takes a shot, blocked by Knight. Stanley moves to her right, cuts back inside. Stanley trying to get the shot off when Knight's hustling back. Stanley does send the ball. Second attempt, just over the top of the net. That was earmarked to look like for the far corner. But we got number 10, Pupor, I believe, coming in for Brooks. Yep, Riley Pupor in the contest now for Northern Adirondack. Lazile, that's off her foot, out of bounds after the goal kick by Bobcats. Kira Labarge will pick up for the throw-in just in front of the Bobcat bench. That's over the head of number 17. And Seguin with her sister, the other Seguin. Seguin and Seguin. Maddie Seguin. Her forward progress is stopped by number 17, Bruno. Now Bazile dishes inside. Rennie back to Bazile, who puts a pass into the middle. NAC defender falls down. Gaining control is number 3, Prentice, I believe. Oh, Kaiser. Lily Kaiser is number 3. But Lambert now picking up the ball in the penalty area. Belrose going to be watched by Bruno. She gets it through Bruno's legs.
Okay, not a problem.
But deep playing defensively is Prentice in the sweeper position for the Patriots. She gains control of that, and that pass off the foot of Belrose, looking for one of the Seguins was easily handled by the Patriot defense. There's Prentice again. Puts the ball back to midfield. Kira Labarge steps up, finds Belrose. That's off her foot. But Belrose takes it back. Finds Seguin open, but the pass a little bit too far ahead of her and goes out of bounds. We got a throw in. 20 seconds left here. 15 minutes and 20 seconds and counting left in the first half. The score is 1-0 on NFHS Championship Soccer here. Beautiful downtown Beatman Town. Playing here at the Nest.
And
Home of the Eagles.
We'll be back here on the Saturday, Bill, for the Class Ds. I mentioned the Class Bs earlier. The Class D playoffs will be here at noon and at 2 o'clock.
D's, girls and boys?
Yep.
Shazy and Shazy versus who? Shazy boys won last night, right?
Yeah, I think they're playing Scroon Lake, and the girls, I am
Many levels.
not sure.
I don't think so.
Oh, move back. That got some of the Patriot fans to stand up on their feet. Van Valkenburg. I think it was number 20, Stanley, with the move. Cutting it back from her right to her left, but her cross attempt was blocked, and it's a throw-in on the far side of the field. Knapp. But NAC, when Knapp had the ball, and went out of bounds off an NAC. Patriots remain in control with the throw-in. Throw-in goes to Knapp. Her cross into the middle of the field, skips off a defender and right into the hands of the keeper, Lambert. Heads up play by Lambert to come out and anticipate that. It was off the foot of, I believe, Annika Knight. Seguin. Well, their defense is layered well here. Seguin, if she gets by, who's this, number 5? Is it 5? No, it's not number 5. I'm calling. There is no number 5 on their roster. Stanley, they're going to call it offsides. Lambert makes the save anyways.
Don't take anything for granted. We're approaching 13, Bill. It's been a pretty fast-moving game.
Well, that's good. We want to remain on schedule. Next game's supposed to start at 7. It's Wednesday night, you know. What's going on Wednesday night?
Game 7 of the World Series.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, baseball's over. Yankees didn't win.
I know. Aren't you glad? Because we'd be complaining right now that we're going to miss the Yankee game.
Well, I don't know. If the Yankees would have made it, they would have swept. So they would have been complaining. It had been over already. Labarge. Is that a handball? No. Keeper, not the keeper. Jerry Kowalski indicated it was caught her right in the gut. Although her arms went up and all the fans thought, well, that must be a handball. Prentice with it. Bruno puts it into the middle. Bruno gives to Rennie. Rennie finds Nap. Nap outside to Stanley. Loose ball. Picked up by the Patriots. Back to Nap. Nap again. She takes the shot. Lambert kicks it out. Out of harm's way for the time being. Mazzio, she's already got one goal. There's a scramble in front. And that's Stanley again. Lambert making a recovery. She kicked it out, got back up on her feet, and the cross back in from Mazzio. Well, number 10, Stanley, with another chance. Hands on the back there by number 8. Jerry Kowalski, Haley Tender gets caught. We're going to have a free kick about midfield. Cats yet to record a shot on goal. Sable Valley has 9 shots now. There's a similar pattern here, Calvin, to a certain soccer game we saw last Saturday. Involved a couple boys teams. One being NAC, the other Saranac Lake. Mazzio getting muscled out the ball by Mazzio. Mazzio kicks the ball out of bounds. Bobcats get possession. We got subs coming in.
Entering the game for the Bobcats, number 13.
Returning is Bryn Gilmore. Pupor is out.
For the Patriots, number 6, Marlena Malskus.
Marlena Malkus, number 6.
Remillard.
And Emily Remillard returns for the Patriots. Sophie Rennie is out, for the Patriots. That's cleared up to the number 6, Malalkas. She can't move it down the left side. Goes out of bounds. Throw in for NAC. Seguin steps inside with the left foot. She's going to kick that over the end line. We got a goal kick coming up with 9:40 left here and counting in the first half. Score remains here on NFHS Soccer 1-0. The Lady Patriots with the lead over the Lady Bobcats in this Class C Section 7 championship game for 2019.
For the fans who are seeing their first NFHS game, Bill, if they go to that website, they'll see that there's games from all throughout the country and multiple sports. And you can watch them when they're live, and this time of the year, they're live.
We're live. Oh, I'm glad you reminded me of that. I've got to watch what
There'll be no editing, Bill.
No editing. Oh, Stanley with another breakaway. A shot. Oh, what a save. And her second attempt. Bounce it up, and she tried to just tap it into the goal, but it tapped it over the top of the net. And great save by Lambert. And Stanley, a little snake bit here already this afternoon. She's had some chances. She's knocking on the door. Cats, can't let her get free too many more times. Percentages are she's going to bury one in the back of the net. Kenna Labarge, that's she can't control it. It's the other Stanley, number 20, coming up. Oh, the Patriots coach, Lindsay Douglas, keeps the sweeper Prentice way back. She's keeping one defender there. So even if the Bobcats break through the layers of defense by the Patriots, she's counting on Prentice to make sure they don't get all the way towards the goal. Brooklyn Douglas over there on the far right side. Oh, geez, I thought that was bouncing in the net for a second. Well, when I turn to my left, sometimes my left eye goes out.
All right, okay.
It's like the camera. Oh, we got some light now.
Okay.
We're going to have to turn these babies on above us.
Why?
You won't like them.
Okay, then.
Cause a huge glare.
We can't see out the window then.
All right, I guess we're not turning them babies on above us.
Better mood lights.
Okay. It's getting dark out there, Colin. We got 7 minutes left in his first half. Bruno comes out, number 12, Crowning Shield, number 12, Emma Crowning Shield, goes into the contest. First time I mentioned her name.
It's 5:40 and it's already past sunset. Sun is officially set.
So I thought the sun's setting at 5:40 now?
Yeah, right around
my God.
5:30 or so, yeah.
November, you know.
But it's going to change.
November's a depressing month until you get to Thanksgiving.
Well, once you get to Christmas, it starts going the other way.
Yeah. Crowning Shield. Moving down the left side. Taps it, looking for, I believe it was number 7, Rennie. Remillard. She finds Stanley. Gets it under control. Rolls up onto her, look like almost her nose. She moves to her right. Steps on the ball. Falls down. Myra Mitchell providing some good defense there. Number 4, NAC couldn't get the ball, couldn't get the shot off, but it's a corner kick awarded to the Patriots. And Addie Stanley will take her time, walk over to the corner, set it down. We've got 5:45 left here in this first half, 1-0 to score. Her last corner kick was a good one. Sailed over the top of everything. This is out in front of the net near the 6-yard line. And that skips by her teammate. Crowning Shield, I believe. But it's tapped out of bounds by the Bobcats and Remillard. Quickly on the restart with the throw-in. Melrose, she has worked hard for the Bobcats all year. I was going to say corner kick again, but it's the throw-in.
Entering the game for the Bobcats, 2, Alexis Pitts.
Alexis Pitts returns for the Bobcats. McKenna LaBarge is taking a breather. They're marking up any of the Bobcat frontline players, so the 2 Seguins and now Pitts. Brooklyn Douglas. The job of watching Pitts over on her right side, or Pitts' left side. Madison Perrier back into the middle of the field now. Her pass, a nice one into the open space. Finds Pitts. Pitts and Douglas. They bump each other. Douglas trying to move it up the field. Pitts trying to cut her off. Knocked out of bounds. It's a NAC throw-in, far side. Brooklyn Douglas, her father, John Douglas. He's the town of Blackbrook town supervisor. Madison Perrier with the throw-in. Late stages of this first half. 1-0 remains the score. And Nat clears the ball out of harm's way, and Stanley hustles back over the 50-yard line, or midfield. Comes back to retrieve that ball and gain possession for the Patriots. But cleared away back by NAC defender. I believe that's Perrier. Oh, Stanley lurking out there on the right side. Her pass on the foot of Annika Knight. Perrier can't get there in time. We got an offsides call. Patriot player obviously offside. She put her arms up on the girl's back, and there's nobody between her and the goal. 3 minutes, first half. Pitts hustling down there. Prentice, the sweeper. Now Perrier on her foot. But the Seguin girl can't get there, and it's cleared away, but Perrier knocks that ball down. Pass into Belrose. Belrose looking for Gilmore. Gilmore. Her pass is picked off by the defender from Sable. Kira LaBarge steps up to take it off the foot of number 6, Malalkis. Seguin now with the ball. Seguin shot towards the goal. Stillwell Oh, they're going to have to count that as a shot on goal, I believe. We've got to give them one. There we go. 10-1. Shots on goal. 1-0 is the score. Patriots on top. More ways than one. Perrier. She can't stop that forward progress. Number 3 now. Kaiser with the ball. Pass there. Annika Knight's there. No, is that? Yeah, I believe it is. Knight steps in front of Stanley. Prentice making a little bit of a run. One of her teammates sit back, wait, take over her position, but Prentice goes to midfield and gets back into the sweeper spot. Melrose. It's a 3-on-2 break there. Pass into the top of the penalty area, and the keeper, Stillwell, comes out and snares that before any of the 2 Bobcats players barreling down on her could get a chance to get at it. That skips into the Bobcat end, and Myra Mitchell puts it over the head of number 8 for the Patriots. Seguin steps inside. Seguin, a shot into the arms of Stillwell. Great effort there by Seguin, putting it right into the hands of the keeper. 1 minute left here in this first half. 1-0 to score. The Bobcats with a late surge here in this first half. Perrier sends the ball in, but it's off the defender's foot and out of bounds far side. NFHS soccer. We'll have halftime will more than likely be at least 10 minutes long. Hunter will take care of commercials and our 10-minute break. While Bill Chase, Calvin Castine will be back with second half action, which will be second half. It's 20 seconds away from going into halftime. Good work there to send that ball out of bounds and not be a corner kick. We're in the final 10 seconds left here. Are they even going to get the throw on in? Stanley.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Halftime. 1-0 is the score. Patriots over the Bobcats in the Section 7 Class C championship game here on NFHS Championship Soccer.
Yeah, just stop it.
Okay. We're back on the air here.
We're back, Bill, after a 10-minute break.
Score is 1-0.
Still 1-0. The score hasn't changed.
We got the assist on that goal went to Kate Knapp, number 4, and the goal scorer once again was Jillian Bazile, number 9. And the Patriots have mounted a very good offensive attack. Keeper Lambert has made some nice saves to actually keep this 1-0 score for the Bobcats, so they're within striking distance. Next goal could be very important, depending on which team scores it. Belrose. She's battling there with number 7, Rennie, leading with her right forearm. That's all right. Addison Perrier. That's over her head.
Signal.
Passes inside to Kaiser. Kaiser going to be picked up by Myra Mitchell. Myra Mitchell taps it off her foot. Back to Kaiser. Mitchell again, but Kaiser regains possession, sends it down the right side. Annika Knight there, but Stanley, who has played a strong game also for the Patriots. Knight falls down, so does Stanley, and the call goes for the Bobcats. Wild Bill Chase, Calvin Castine, we're on the NFHS Sports Network, broadcasting you this championship game from beautiful downtown Beatmantown at the Beatmantown High School brand new soccer football track facilities. They call it the nest of the Beatmantown Eagles. And soccer signal soccer field is played on the pitch. So we got a pitch within the nest. Brazil.
For those turning in late, we're having some technical problems when we turn to our left. We have to be very careful. We're losing our signal.
That's by Van Valkenburg. Stanley hustling. Can't keep that ball in bounds. It rolls over the end line. We got a goal kick for the Bobcats. Our second half action here. This beautiful fall day, October 30th, Halloween Eve, sometimes known as Cabbage Night. There was a time back in the early 90s, mid-90s, kids from Altona and Ellenburg come up to Lime Mountain with liquid manure as a Halloween Cabbage Night treat.
Fake news, Bill. Refuse to believe that.
Yeah, well, I had some teenagers at the time come home smelling like it. No more teenagers. I do have a dog now. It's called Shay Z. He's not an eagle either. He's a Shay Z dog. Part blue heeler and I don't know, he's got some other breed in him. Very good dog though. It's my personal trainer. Been getting me out in the morning. This morning we were out by just a little bit after 6 o'clock walking. It was nice out though this morning, so and cold mornings can be tough. That's Bryn Gilmore, I believe, on the right side. She runs into a Patriot defender. Quick restart. Brooks, I think she bumped heads when she tried to flip over the head of the defender. She's holding her head down right now. Kira Labarge steps up on Stanley, number 10. Stanley had some great scoring chances. She even hit the post in that first half. Kira Labarge, but Prentice is there, as she has been all night, all throughout this game. Stanley looks inside. She finds Knapp. She got the assist on the goal. Knapp pushes it up to Kaiser. Lily Kaiser, or Lillian? Lily Kaiser goes outside to is that number 11? Remillard. Patriots trying to push it down the left side, unable to do so. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Second half action underway here. It's Class C Section 7 title game for 2019 for girls varsity soccer. Winner will advance to play in a semifinal regional game, I believe, to be held at Potsdam. I think we heard during the...
I believe... I thought they were playing here at finals. I don't know if Section 2 is playing there or what. Oh, the boys? The boys are here, you said, right?
Boys are for regionals are here.
Okay, boys regionals are here.
Boys D's regionals are being held here.
Girls D's regionals are here.
The girls D regionals are being held here.
Right.
Brooklyn Douglas and Pitts battling for the ball. Maddie Seguin picks up the loose ball. Seguin moves to her left. That's picked off her foot by Knapp. Knapp pushes it outside. And nice short passes here. Patriots. Stanley makes a nice move to her left. Finds Kaiser. Kaiser trying to send up to number 10, Stanley. Oh, that's dangerous. And that's the second goal.
Another high one.
Another high shot. And the keeper, Lambert, just can't get up there and prevent that from going in the net. And number 20. Yes, it was number 20. Addie Stanley, the 8th grader, has picked up the second goal for the Patriots. We've got 34-18 on the clock. And it's a 2-0 lead for Sable Valley over Northern Adirondack.
That you said earlier, Bill, the second goal is a big one. Either it's going to tie the game or give somebody a 2-0 lead. In this case, it's a 2-0 lead. I was talking with George Brenler, the Hall of Fame coach from Shazy before the game, and he said, girls soccer, you shoot high. Boys soccer, he tries to tell them, shoot low, keep the ball low.
2 goals. Then they were both high shots. And that one was just out of reach for Lambert.
Assisted by number 20, Addie Stanley.
That's wrong.
It's the other way around.
Scored.
It's the other way around.
20 scored. or better? 20.
Didn't he just say 3 from 20?
He just told us 3 from 20.
Well, it's 20 for probably 3, 220.
Matt, are you sure on that, what they told you?
Stanley was the goal scorer.
I think you got those backwards.
We may have those backwards.
2-0's the score. That's a big lead here for the Patriots, who have mounted an offensive attack throughout this entire contest. They've got 11 shots on goal. Bobcats only 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a correction. The Patriot goal was scored by number 20, Addie Stanley, and assisted by number 3,
The 8th grader she was out there on the field when they made the first announcement,
Sign, our big sign. And
jumping up and down.
I'm gonna let this beat some down.
Okay. Calvin, after this game, you gotta buy me a Coke, you know.
Okay, no problem.
If you want me to hang around for the 7 o'clock game. So the Bobcats find themselves in quite a hole here, down 2-0, and the clock was stopped for some reason here. Well, no, I guess it's restarted. Looked like it. Maybe it was my eyes.
Maybe your eyes were stopped.
My eyes froze at 20 seconds, but then I looked up again and it was 14. I'm blinking. Patriots use an effective short passing game and taking shots from far out, high shots that they're catching Lambert just out of her reach, that one. First one had her backing up into the goal, but she couldn't quite get to the spot and fell into the goal there. Annika Knight. Her throwing. Perrier now. Seguin's got to step around the defender. Pitts now with the ball. She's watching by Douglas with a big, her long legs, steals the ball away. Great effort there by Brooklyn Douglas. Runs into Perrier. Seguin gets the ball into the middle of the field for the Cats, but Kaiser's there to pick up the loose ball for the Patriots. She makes one move. Her second one. She goes outside to number 7 as, why do I keep forgetting number 7's name? Rennie. On Valkenburg. She's maintaining control of that ball on her shoulder. Stanley is down on Valkenburg, a little bit stronger than that 8th grader, and was ball on ball, but she seems to be recovering. Tender finds Kaiser. Kaiser goes inside. It's a give and go back to Kaiser. Kaiser splits a couple defenders. Shot towards the net. And keeper Lambert able to handle that with ease. It's on the near side, but even if it wouldn't have been on net, would have gone out of bounds over the goal line if she hadn't been there. Maddie Seguin. Steals the ball away. Pitts looking for Perrier, but Douglas is there to pick off that pass. Douglas gets it up to Stanley. Stanley makes one move. Von Valkenburg able to recover. Kicks it out, but Knapp's there to pick it up for the Patriots. And that Knapp moves to her right. Sends it into the corner. Stanley's cross. A little bit off the mark. Goes out of bounds. Hits the side of the net. We got a goal kick for the Cats, and we've played almost 10 minutes here this second half action. NFHS Championship Soccer live from Beatmantown at the Beatmantown High School, home of the Beatmantown Eagles. We're playing in the Nest this championship soccer game. Mitchell, short goal kick. Then the ball's put back on her foot. Kira Labarge, Remillard, that's off in Gilmore. Stepping up for the Cats, not quite sure who that was. Seguin, she's got 2 defenders on her. She somehow gets past them. There's Brooklyn Douglas. She cut off Perrier at the pass, and
Entering the game for the Bobcats, number
I was told before the game, not quite sure who said it to me, but they say Ausable plays physical, and they have been a little bit physical here tonight, and their physicality is paying off for them as Douglas there playing hard on Perrier.
Well, once you get to state competition, Bill, if you don't play physical, you're not going to go very far.
Right. Belrose to take the throw in, far left side. Skips by Seguin, comes onto the foot of Kaiser. Shot by Knight. That's going to be sent out of bounds and over the end line. Goal kick coming up for the Patriots. Okay, the next time I do a game here, I'm coming in my shorts.
Some kind of smoke drifting across the field. You can smell it now.
Yeah, you can. There is. Well, somebody's burning wood.
You see
that time of year. Belrose. Bobcats need 2 goals in the next, and with the clock ticking away, valuable seconds all the time here. It's running time in soccer. But the tight defense here coming down on the Bobcats from the Patriots. That's Brooklyn Douglas and Stanley coming back to help out here. NAC crowd getting the NAC cheer going. And they're stomping on the bleachers. He's trying to inspire the Lady Bobcats to put one in the net. Stanley gets that by Annika Knight. Von Valkenburg bodies it down. She sends it back into the Patriots end of the field. Knight loses it to Kaiser at midfield. Kaiser slows up, makes a move to her left. Kaiser put it into space. Kira Labarge is there for the Cats. She sends it up to McKenna Labarge on the right side. Labarge being watched by Remillard has to goes out of bounds. It'll be a Patriots restart on a throw-in. Bobcats now with the throw-in. Kira Labarge. Nice strong throw. It's over the head of Remillard. Picked up by McKenna Labarge. Put into space, but keeper Prentice, no, not Prentice, Stillwell comes out to the top of the 18 and sends that out of harm's way. It was a possible scoring chance for the Bobcats, but a heads-up play by Stillwell to clear the ball up and out of bounds, and then the Bobcats send it over the goal line. It didn't go out of bounds, but on the return, it goes over the goal line. We've got a goal kick.
Stillwell came out of there with a lot of confidence, Bill.
Yeah, she's using a lot of confidence and with some speed, and she put that ball out of harm's way and with no problems. Brooks, she's battling. Not quite sure. Can't see the number of the Ausable Valley Patriot player. Although their numbers do show up in these uniforms really well. Bright white number with the dark red and blue. And this is Stanley. She has had some chances. Stanley shot. Open as it wide open as the other Stanley goes to the net. And we've got a 3-0 lead. And the 8th grader has 2 goals. Addie Stanley makes it 3-0. And the assist will go to number 10, Jenna Stanley, I believe. Her shot saved by Lambert, but what the younger Stanley did was what you're supposed to do. Go to that net for any rebound possibilities.
Follow the shots. So often you see a player take a shot and the others just stand and watch instead of following that shot. And that was an example.
And being an 8th grader to know that now already, follow that shot, that's quite impressive. Very young squad here by the Patriots, but they've got some skills. They don't mind playing aggressive. They're not shying away, and they've got a 3-0 lead. Somebody sent me a text message. My text message for Halloween is I stole it when my notification. I stole it from the Wizard of Oz.
Assisted by number 10.
I'm gonna get you, my pretty, and your little dog too. Remember that?
I remember it, Bill.
How come the Wizard of Oz wasn't a Halloween movie? Oh, when the Wizard of Oz was made when you were what?
Unborn.
That should have been a Halloween movie. I know it scared the heck out of me when I was a kid.
It's a 1939 movie.
Them monkeys coming out of them trees. Oh, wee, oh. Okay. 3-0. Well, that's quite the lead that the Bobcats got to try and overcome here, and they've got 24.5 minutes to do so. But Patriots, we just got to say it, they're in total control right now. Kaiser open, shot. That's going to go just wide on the far side, and Lambert watching it all the way. She was ready to dive. 12-2 total shots. Well, I think it was 10-2, so Patriots, they've had 2 shots on goal in this second half. They both went in the net. That's tough. Tough on the Bobcats. Throw-in, I believe, is supposed to be for the Bobcats. The Patriots took the throw-in. Kaiser did, and that just kills valuable seconds on the clock. Pupor back in the game for NAC. She throws the ball in. Stanley, who has 2 goals here, kicks that ball out of bounds. Stanley going into Perrier. It gets called for a foul. It'll be a free kick for Northern Adirondack. Mr. Reagan hustling up there. Officials in their neon green jerseys for officiating tonight. I haven't seen the fuchsia. They used to wear fuchsia. It's been a few years. Have you seen them wearing fuchsia anymore? That was Steve Toloski's favorite color, him and Jimmy Varon.
No, the season's not over yet, Bill.
Pitts hustling. Gets it to Belrose.
See, the fuchsia might conflict a little bit with the Patriot uniforms.
Well, yeah.
The red and the blue.
Confucia? Just fuchsia. Confucia say. Nap. She sends it out there. I believe it's number 8, I think. Tender's her name. Haley Tender. How about some chicken tenders after the game? Oh, you owe me a Michigan, too.
A Michigan, besides.
Yeah, okay. I heard the Michigans are good here. We were talking about Michigans last week. Mrs. Pazer's Michigans at Seton Catholic. Kaiser goes up over the top of Myra Mitchell, but Patriots maintain control, as they have predominantly throughout this contest here tonight. We got just under 22 minutes left in the second half in regulation. That shot goes into the keeper, Lambert.
As we said, these 2 schools most likely have not met each other this year, and Sable Valley, being in Division I of the Northern Soccer League, would play tougher competitions, the bigger schools. So that helps you when you get to something like the playoffs here.
Right, when you got a young team like this that can play against tougher competition, well.
Looks like they'll be back for a couple more years, it looks like.
Yeah, they've got a squad here that, next year, we'll be broadcasting the Class C championship game. Redirected. I'm not quite sure who got that goal. That might have been the other Stanley, the way they were hugging out there.
Had some spin on it, that's for sure. And Lambert is still down.
21-11 on the clock. It's a 4-0 lead now for the Lady Patriots. Okay. That hit off a couple defenders and then slid by Aiden Lambert.
Yeah, it looked like it had some spin on it when it went by there.
Yeah. What are we waiting here for here? Did we get anybody tell you the score?
Yeah, I think he's trying to find out. He's walking around.
Hey.
Patriots spend a lot of time celebrating.
Nobody said anything. Jerry! Oh, it's not even, it's Knapp.
Thank you.
Kate Knapp, number 4, gets that 4th goal. Credited to her. Number 17, looking to come in back for the Patriots. Bruno. Annika Knight up there with Pitts now. And Brooklyn Douglas takes the ball. Finds Stanley. Oh, no. Stanley was was out of bounds. She tried to play that ball. She's already been out of bounds. That ball skips in to Prentice. Yeah. And now the Patriots move the ball up to midfield, passed inside to Kaiser. Kaiser steps around, bell rolls. The wind was taken out of the sails, I think, by the Bobcats on that 4th goal. They have 4-0 lead with 20 minutes exactly left here in this second half of this Class C Section 7 championship game. It's a lead that Patriots are not going to probably give up, and Sable Valley looks like the team that will be advancing into the New York State's Class C playoffs for girls varsity soccer. 2 goals by the young 8th grader Stanley, who has the ball now. 1 by Knapp, and the other goal scorer was Bazio, number 9.
I know I saw the Patriots up at Northeastern Clinton, and they battled hard against the Cougars, who are the Class B champions, and I think they're going to represent Section 7 well as they advance, Bill.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Calvin, on that one. Seguin. That's stolen away by Knight. Knight to Pitts. Prentice is there. Prentice, I think that's out of bounds. Should be a goal kick. Or not. No, it's a corner kick. Guess Prentice, the last person to touch it. The NAC crowd still being vocal out there. It's got to be tough to be an NAC fan now, you know, sitting out there with the Patriots with this big lead. Madison Perrier looking to run down that loose ball. The young Douglas lady applied a little bit of pressure. Perrier kicked it out of bounds. Perrier kicks that into the head of Douglas. She just shared on Stanley. She just shakes it off. Now that was Douglas with the ball. Perrier dishing out a little hip there to number 7. I believe that's Rennie. I don't know what you don't accomplish a lot by getting dirty here now. Happened in a hockey game I was watching last night. The Sharks were getting beat 5-1, and they decided they wanted to start a lot of fights with the Bruins. 6'9" Zdeno Chara was being the enforcer, but nobody wanted to tangle with him.
Is that 6'9" in skates?
Out of skates. 6'9" hockey player. That's not counting the skates. You've never heard of that guy?
No.
Oh, yeah. He's in his 40s. He's played 20 years. I think he's 42 years old. You know, In the summertime, I'm his personal trainer.
The last hockey player I was aware of was Rocket Richard.
Rocket Richard? Oh, come on. What about Bobby Orr? You must have heard of Bobby Orr. Number 4, Bobby Orr.
I heard of him.
That's Jerry Kovalevsky. He's pointing at something here. What do we got? Penalty kick?
Can you stop the clock?
No, stop the clock. We do have a penalty kick.
You never told us to stop the clock.
Oh, well. Sherry's getting older now.
Oh, you forgot.
So here's a chance for the Bobcats to get on the board. We got a penalty shot awarded to NAC. And they brought Myra Mitchell up from the defensive position to take this.
And you put 16:40 on the clock, 16:40.
16:40 going to be put back on, so we're going to 9 more seconds put back on the clock. Oh, okay, that young man knows what he's doing. All right.
Everybody thought we had nobody in there. So,
All right, Stillwell looking to keep the shutout. Official blow the whistle. Mitchell shot. Scores! Myra Mitchell takes that 0 off the board for the Bobcats, and it's 4-1, and it gives the NAC fans something to cheer about. Not quite sure what the foul was.
Mitchell.
Mitchell.
thank you.
Number 7
Bobcat goals scored by number 7, Maya Mitchell.
Maya Mitchell picking up the goal for the Bobcats. Got a smile on her face. I was too busy talking about the hockey game. I wasn't paying attention to the soccer game. Going to fire me from the NFHS broadcast.
You'll be barred for at least a
Barred.
season.
Couple seasons?
Just one.
Just one?
Yeah.
One soccer season? Perrier with a little burst of speed. She steps around Douglas and Rennie. Pass inside. That's blocked. Not quite sure by who. Might have been Tender, number 8. She gets it to Douglas. Douglas finds the racing Kaiser, but it's a little bit ahead of her. Sent out of bounds by Mitchell. That was scored at the 16:40 mark, the penalty kick. Now Pupor in the contest, playing in that position Van Valkenburg was in. But Kaiser steps around Pupor looking for Stanley, number 10 Stanley. She's Jenna and Addie. Jenna's a sophomore. Addie's is a 8th grader. It's probably sisters, right?
That'd be a good guess, but I have no idea.
Or at least cousins. Stanley. We got the boys Lake Placid and Saranac Lake Class C championship coming on at 7 o'clock as their scheduled start time.
I'll be starting a little bit late, I think.
They'll be starting a little bit late according to Calvin. Stanley. She's fending off Alexis Melrose. Some good physical play there. The official lets happen. Or throw in. I don't know which fan base disagreed with that. Seemed to be some cheering on both sides. Letting them play. That passes to Knapp. Knapp, she got the 4th goal for the Lady Patriots. Cal Sable Valley Lady Patriots tangling here with the Lady Bobcats of Northern Adirondack. We're in beautiful downtown Beekman Town. Once again, that ball runs out of bounds as Bryn Gilmore. Basketball practice going to get underway, pretty soon?
Usually the first week in November.
Yeah, it should be sometime next week or maybe probably before Veterans Day. Don't forget, Veterans Day is November 11th. Falls on a Monday this year. Remember to honor all our veterans and thank them for their service. If you happen to see one, get a chance, don't forget about Honor Flight. That's a great thing that's allowing our veterans to make a visit down into Washington. If you get a chance, you can make a donation to help support that cause. I encourage you to do so. Have you been there in the morning to shoot anybody taking off on Honor Flight, Calvin?
Everyone so far, Bill.
Everyone?
All 31 of them.
Well, I could commend your efforts then, because they leave kind of early, don't they?
Well, the program starts at 7 in the morning.
Oh, that ain't too bad.
The very first one, we had to go down to Albany, though, so that got us up early.
Well, I guess it did if you had to be there for 7 o'clock. Albany's what, 3-hour drive from your house?
No. They started the ceremony at the Plattsburgh Air Force Base and then drove the veterans down to Albany.
Oh, they didn't leave from Plattsburgh.
They left from Plattsburgh.
But the plane was leaving from Albany.
Right.
Okay.
And we went along a year ago on September 30th. We went on that flight to cover the stuff that happens in Washington.
So you've flown down yourself then?
Yeah.
With
Judy and I.
That's nice. Cover that event down there too. We got Reefs Across America event coming up again in Lime Mountain on December 14th, just to let you know that.
That's always a cold night.
Well, we had pretty good weather last year.
Say. Yeah.
There's 165 veterans buried in the cemeteries between Standish, St. Michael's, up there used to be the church, St. Bernard's Catholic Church, and the United Methodist Church. They place wreaths on all the veterans that are buried there on their grave sites, and that happens across America. Something that a very nice ceremony, I believe, in Arlington Cemetery in Washington. Okay, there's Stanley. She gets the ball to Knapp shot on goal, a nice hard shot, and the keeper Lambert's right there, and had no problems handling that. 4-1 is the lead still. Lone goal by the Bobcats, scored on a penalty kick. We're down to under 11 and a half minutes. Patriots defender taken down from behind. That'll be a free kick and that's McKenna Labarge, I believe, picking up the foul. And it was Bruno, was the girl that was on the ground, number 17. Lydia Bruno. I anticipated to see some more subs coming off the Patriots bench, especially with this 4-1 lead, but I don't see the head coach there, Douglas, making any moves here. Because most of the subs, they've got their heavy coats on. Temperatures with the sun going down is dropping. We had 60-degree temperature up in Lime Mountain today. So it had to be at least that or better in Beatmantown and Plattsburgh area. Emily Brooks returns to action for NAC. Not quite sure who was in there for the Cats. Came out. That ball bouncing there. Brooks got a foot on it, and then it's sent over to the end line, I think, by McKenna Labarge. Cats got to open it up. Push everybody up the field. Kira Labarge way back as a sweeper position. Oh, their NAC fans are petitioning the coach Labarge to send in a player they'd like to see get some action. Kaiser now. Kaiser. Looking for, is that Bazile or Bruno? I think that's Bazile. Bazile's through ball. Stanley looking to pick up a hat trick if she possibly could. So, but that little bit fall into space, a little bit too much mustard on it by Bruno. By Bazile. And well, that petitioning to the coach, I guess it worked. So I think it's number 15. Elizabeth Nichols is coming in the game along with Alexis. Number 2, Alexis Pitts. They're calling her Penny. It sounds like
Betty. Betty.
Betty?
Elizabeth Betty.
Betty, okay. It sounded like Penny to me. You got better hearing than I do. What do we got here? Free kick, I believe, for Al Sable. Far side of the field.
Just outside the box.
Just outside the box. That young Stanley girl, she moves from the right over to the left. Oh, is it going to be a indirect or direct? It's a direct. Mr. Hunter tells me it's a direct.
Any body foul but obstruction.
Okay. Puts her hands up. She's ready to kick it. There's the kick. Picked up by Rennie. The other Stanley girl sends it out of bounds. Nope, it stays in bounds. Had the right kind of backspin on it. Pupor clears it out of harm's way for the Bobcats. Throw in front of Patriots bench. Douglas throws it in. Finds Rennie. No, that's Kaiser. I thought it was a number 7. You know how 3s look like 7s, right, Calvin?
Oh, yeah.
That ball is sent in towards the box, and Lambert has to come out and snare that before Doug or the other Stanley girl could get a hold of it. Hustling back. His sequence. Perrier looking to put it by Prentice, but that hasn't worked yet. Annika Knight was barreling down on Prentice. Stanley to the other. Stanley with the 2 goals. Addie moves to her left. Then a nice move. Left foot. Shot. Not a lot on it. Lambert handles that with ease. We're down to 6.5 minutes left here in regulation. The 4-1 remains the score. Patriots from Osable Valley remain on top in this Class C Section 7 Class C championship game here on the NFHS network, broadcasting live across the country, Calvin tells me. You can pick this up if you got, well, we got internet in Merrill, New York, you know.
There you go.
Internet, we can pick this up. My wife could be listening to me.
That's right.
Well, we didn't even mention her yet. She might have been texting me. Well, check that out at the end of the game, which is coming fast to an end. Got the 5-minute rule coming up in girls soccer now. You got to stop the clock. Is that the same in boys too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's only if the winning team makes a stop.
Yeah, that's to prevent coaches from running the clock out. Yeah, years ago there was certain coaches from Northeastern, they always played that trick.
Oh, yeah.
Hunter just give me the evil eye, Mr. Hunter. Well, those guys know I'm only joking. Right, Frank and Dale? Yeah, well.
We're now under 5, so the clock will stop when the subs come in.
Frank Dumas, good guy. Happens to be a Red Sox fan. Well, he's not that good of a guy then. Perrier inside the Seguin, but Tender's there. Bazile looking to run down that loose ball. She throws a little right hip into McKenna Labarge. Labarge recovers. Annika Knight. And Douglas steps up. Douglas will make a run here. Passes inside, but that's picked up by Perrier. Perrier sends it off the head of Prentice. That's a nice defensive play. Got up past her. Annika Knight there's a low shot towards the far corner, and Stillwell able to make the save. Hey, the Cats are up to 5 shots on net. 15-5 totals are the shots and totals. Patriots with the 10-shot lead here. Also a 3-goal lead, and we're down under 4 minutes left in regulation. More championship soccer here on the NFHS network from Beatmantown High School. We're going to call offsides, I believe. And Miss Stanley, well,
Can't sub on
called for the offsides. Well, I'm going to get over the congratulations. Well, congratulations to Lindsay Douglas and Osable Valley Patriots, Lady Patriots team, almost had Bobcats. We're going to advance the New York State playoffs, win the championship here for Section 7 Class C for 2019 with a very young team. Imagine you'll be back here next year or maybe the following year. I don't think that's Douglas, but I'm not quite sure. No, that was number 1, Prentice. That's Douglas now with the ball.
The fans want the ball kicked out, though, so the subs can go in.
Right, and they want to get that Betty Nichols in the game. 2:45, yeah, it's been what, 5-6 minutes?
It's been a while.
It's going to go out of bounds, let it go out. Yeah, subs coming in.
2:35 to go.
2:35 to go. 4 subs for the Patriots. Betty Nichols comes in for the Bobcats along with Alexis Pitts. And 18, 12, 13, 6. Malkus, number 6. Crown and Shield returns, number 12. Katie Rondo, number 13. Jordan Pelkey, number 18. Those are the Patriots that will have gone into the contest here with 2:35 on the clock. And on the restart, the clock will start again. 4-1 is the score. Mr. Drake is going to go report. Channel 5. Hey, let's see what my... Meanwhile, back on the farm, I got 10,846 steps today, Calvin.
Good boy.
Walking my dog. Shazzy's the name of the dog.
So, since he's got 4 legs, does it count for 20,000 steps for him?
I imagine. Probably more than 20 for him. The way he moves. I'm going to get a pair of...
Your legs are longer?
Well, I'm going to get a pair of cross-country skis and he can pull me around in the wintertime. That's Prentice moving the ball up the field. And Crowning Shield. We're down to about a minute and a half left here. That's Miss Pelkey trying to pick up that ball on the left side for the Patriots.
So the Patriot sub coming in, so the clock stops.
Number 15. Haley Bombard goes into action here. Rennie's out. Patriots going to be a great representative for Section 7 Class C champions in the New York State playoffs.
It is smoky out there in that field, Bill.
Smoky. Bobcats making another last charge down the field. High ball. And Betty Nichols, where is she? She's over there on the left side. I don't know if she's touched the ball yet. There comes Betty hustling to try and get there.
What time does the next paper leave?
Start of the, I don't know, second, third game.
Alexis Belrose.
You read the first 2?
Put a shot on goal. Stillwell handles that with ease. We're down to about a half a minute left in this contest. 4-1 is the score. Patriots, once again, are going to advance. There's a handball, no call. Poirier battling. Oh, she's grabbed. Poirier again. Well, going to have to name our 3 stars here, Calvin. For tonight's contest, we're going to award the first star is going to go to Addie Stanley. She picked up the 2 goals for the Patriots. Second star, I would go to Jenna Stanley, who had some chances in the contest. And then Third star, I'll give it to Prentice. Rana Prentice anchoring the defense for the Patriots. They prevail 4-1. Congratulations to the team. We wish them the best of luck in New York State playoffs. Wild Bill Chase, Calvin Castaigne, and Mac Hunter here for NFHS soccer here, championship soccer here on October 30th from Beatmantown High School.